coming back from Dominican. It looks like I might have caught Brian's stomach.
Who here thinks that I'm a little bit materialistic? You can fucking put up your hand if you did think so. That's all good. I get it. You're super scared to look in that fucking reflection, but until you do, you are never gonna overcome the fucking fear and hatred of self. What's good, y'all? Today is day one of the second ever Elite Mansion Mastermind, and I'm super fucking excited. So I'm actually gonna be breaking down a bunch of the fucking value today around leadership and content creation for 22 individuals that have traveled all over the fucking world. All right, I think we have 4 clients from Australia alone. It's fucking super sick. I'm amped up. Brian's gonna be opening up the weekend. What's your intention today?
My intention is to connect. A lot of these people flew in from all around the world, so my goal today is just to get to know every single person that came, figure out their story, how long they've been a client with us, etc. I just want to make sure that every person that came feels super welcomed by us.
And then I'm gonna blow everybody's fucking mind because this is what I do. Buckle the fuck up, subscribe right now, all right, so you don't miss day 2 where Brian's gonna be dropping value, and pay attention to the whole vlog.
Nice.
I'm going through it right now. All right, for just the vlog, this might be too much TMI, but you guys know I tell you everything. Coming back from Dominican, it looks like I might have caught Brian's stomach bug. So I ended up going and getting a bunch of like antibiotics, and I've got Imodium here, and a bunch of other shit today, because I gotta fucking fight this off. So the goal is not to let anybody know that I'm sick. It's just to fucking get this shit popping and fucking push through while providing as much value as we possibly can. Your boy's got a whole fucking pocket full of pills to make sure that happens.
Yeah! Game titles. Morning.
That's gotta be the thumbnail.
How are you? Good to see you. What's up?
Oh, by the way, Cole, guess what? Cole, I have a real hidden million, 1.3 million views.
Tan short king, bro. Tan short king.
We've got the one, the only. He stands 5 feet.
Hey!
Weighing in at 170 pounds.
62. Whoa. I'm lean now, bro.
He could kick the shit out of me if he wanted
Yes,
to.
he could.
Well.
Yes, he could.
Dasilva!
There we go. There we go. I like it. So I'm super excited. I'm amped up. When it comes down to this weekend, I'm not going to be doing a crazy presentation with a bunch of fucking slides, because let's be real, a lot of you guys don't need more knowledge, you need more theory, and you need it explained in a way where I can have a personal conversation with you, where I can actually dissect what's going on in your brain and unlock something so you can reach the next fucking level. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes. Perfect. So we're going to be doing a few things this morning before we kickstart anything today, all right? And it's going to be a lot of internal work that you guys need to do that you're going to express throughout the fucking weekend. But first and foremost, I want to go in a circle. All right, and I want you guys to tell me what your biggest intention is for this weekend and why you are here.
My intention this weekend is to be a student. I'm Dom Coach, as a 10K Mastermind student. I don't have a lot of opportunity to be a student myself, so I'm here to learn. But if you guys have questions, come talk.
No, not one fucking person. You ask.
To be a student, but if you guys want coaching.
Yeah. Anybody ask Alex a question, you're fucking leaving. All right? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I'm Janelle. My intention this weekend is to learn more about content, but also to coach.
So we got around an hour, okay, before we go into a break for Bayern's fucking delicious snacks, which, by the way, he is grinding his ass off for. I giggled a couple times during your guys' intentions, not because I was laughing at what you were saying, but because I kept seeing Bayern forget where the fuck he put something. So he was like, fuck. I was just like, bruh, slow down, dog. Like, no, nobody's stealing your tools. I was like, hell yeah, there we go. So I was gonna do it a little bit of a different way, but the reason why I like this, okay, like, again, I'm not bringing up a fucking presentation in front of you guys. We're not going through a bunch of fucking slides today. We are literally having an intimate conversation. This is how I like to coach the most. This is why I have so much fun on content audits with you guys and other calls, because I don't want to just sit here and just speak at you for fucking 60 minutes, just 6 hours. Let's be real, we're gonna doing an 8-hour day today and dissecting it all, but I want to have an open discussion. So originally we're gonna open up with you guys diving into your goals and your why, but I want to set the expectation of what you guys can expect from today, and then we're gonna go into you guys going to do work away from us, okay? And going to work on your fucking computers. So what is today all about? All right, well, it's about two different things that are also very similar: leadership and content creation online. All right, I'm gonna be dissecting in-depth core values and principles that I've embraced to become a powerful husband, father, coach, mentor, motivator, and more. How many individuals in this room have a set of core values they operate from every day? Put up your hand. How many of you guys read it every fucking morning before you start your day? That's a problem. All right, how many of you guys have principles that you operate from every single day? Put up your hand. How many of you guys can recite those principles to me? How many of you guys can read them / look at them every single fucking day? All right, like 1 out of everybody who put up their fucking hand. That's a problem. Out of sight, out of mind is a very, very real statement. All right, I've brought this up with goals all the time. I've brought this up with your guys' ambitions, your visions, the things that you want to achieve. Hence why you guys have vision boards, right? Hands up if you have a vision board. How many of you guys look at that vision board and read it, dissect it every day you wake up? Only half the room. So you don't actually want to achieve those things. You don't actually want that car, that house, that money, that family, that life. You say that you did once during the fucking vision board party where you and fucking Brian were having a fucking blast, but then you just never looked at it again for the next year. So you don't actually want it. You just wanted to write shit down so you could write shit down. Now, you guys might not agree with that statement, but that is the reality of your fucking life, because unless you review the shit that you say that you care about and that you say that you believe in, it's bullshit. If you guys don't have core values and principles that you review and understand and dissect and ask yourself if you are living up to every day, you are a shitty fucking leader, because you're not doing the things that you say you need to do. How many of you guys say integrity is one of your core values? Put up your hand and leave it up for a minute. How many of you guys missed on your fucking macros in the last 7 days? Put your hand down if you did. How many of you guys missed a workout in the last 7 days? So integrity is fucking probably not one of your core values, right? How many of you guys made an excuse to miss that fucking workout or those fucking macros? You guys feel where I'm going here? In order to become the best leader possible, we need to become bulletproof. And this is something that I truly believe in. Now, again, am I perfect? Absolutely not. There are multiple things that I want to improve on as a father, as a husband, as a motivator, as a coach, as a mentor, and I need to improve on in order to reach the next level version of myself, but I believe in being bulletproof. All right, connection is one thing and I want to show my vulnerability. However, when you stand in the room with me, you will see me do everything that I fucking say regardless of how I feel. And the OGs have seen me do this shit for as long as you fucking know me. It does not matter if I'm sick, if I feel like dog shit, if something happened in my family, if I'm getting 1 hour of sleep with my son, I'm showing up regardless of how I feel. And that is because my core values are my fucking guideline. They are my Bible. We're gonna be going over core values so I can spark some inspiration in you guys, so you guys can look internally and ask yourselves, what do I feel like I actually resonate with? Because a lot of people just throw out words. Like, how many people think loyalty is a core value? There, just put up your hand. See, I believe too. But how many of you guys actually have an in-depth definition as to why that is a core value? If you don't, then you have no idea what the fuck loyalty means. Because you're just saying loyalty because you got fucking your heart broken in the past and you don't want it to happen again. But there needs to be a definition. If there is a meaning behind it, that means you can grip onto it. And that means in every single relationship that you mold in the future, you will give to them what you would like to get back. But if you don't have a definition in the core values that you operate from, you're not gonna get anywhere. And then it's only going to be your core value when it is convenient for you to actually operate from. It's very hard to have responsibility as a core value when you have to look at your client and say, homie, I fucked up. I'm so sorry that I did this wrong, or I fucked up here, or I didn't give you what I needed to give you. Everybody write this down. If I can't lead myself, I can't lead my people. If you wanna lead your spouse, your children, your clients, your social media, you need to become a better fucking leader. That's the first thing that we're reviewing today. The second is content creation. And my goal from today is to get you guys comfortable speaking in front of a camera. Everybody write this down. If you're not talking to the camera, you are irrelevant. It's just how it is nowadays, all right? And don't get me wrong, there are the fucking exceptions to the rules. There is a lot of creators on the internet that are not using their voices and that they are seeing immense growth and they're blowing the fuck up. Again, I'm not the person who made the algorithm. I've just seen a lot of things work, and my goal is to take those things and help all the individuals that are fucking struggling. How many of you guys are posting a minimum of 5 talking videos on your social media every week? Put up your hand and keep it up for a second. Look around. If you don't have your hand up, that's a fucking problem. That's why you're not doing as well as you want to. That's why you're not seeing the growth that you want. Now again, there's exception to rules. You might be like, Cole, fuck you. All right, I follow a bunch of creators that never talk at all on social media. Awesome. Have you tried what they're doing? Oh, you have? Did it work? No? Then shut the fuck up and start talking to the camera. How many individuals here look up to Lane Norton? Put up your hand. How many people look up to James Smith PT? Or maybe evidence-based training? How many people look up to Brian on social media? Common thing, they're all speaking to the fucking camera. They are looking into the lens and delivering the value that they have. Does this all make sense? So we're going to be reviewing leadership, core values, and principles. We're going to be diving into content creation and the things that you guys need to do in order to optimize your impact online. You guys might look at my social media and be like, well, like, you're not giving us a lot of actionable steps to take away. I'm assuming some of you guys have thought about that before, right? You see my social media, I'm just talking about mindset stuff. I don't want you to create like me because we're not in the same fucking niche, okay? I built my entire brand just on fucking talking about people's mindsets. My goal is to make you guys not only good content creators, but valuable people. The only way someone is going to buy off you is if what?
They like, know, and trust you.
Now, how is that gonna happen if you guys don't express value-proof connection documentation online? You guys need to have all of it in your social media, because unless you just build it off of a connection and people can grip onto your story, like we were able to do with Janelle, where we saw her connection hit so hard. So we had an in-depth conversation. I was like, I need you to quadruple down on this shit, show it fucking more. We've dove into her content a bunch of times, so people see that and they'll pay her anything. Now, in order to lead others, you need to learn how to lead yourself. Okay? And in order to become good on social media, to actually get people to pay attention to your word, you obviously need to, again, post value-proof connection documentation. Documentation is the lost art of social media that a lot of you guys don't do anymore. In the process of going through CLA, 10K Mastermind, $1 Million Mastermind, you guys are like, I don't need to show my workouts anymore. I don't post stories to connect with people. I just do it to make money. I'm like, how many of you guys go on your social media just to talk how you fucking feel every day? Why the fuck do not more of you guys have your hands up? I do it. Why aren't you? Brian doesn't, why don't you? And people follow leaders. They don't follow random motherfuckers who don't do anything. Feel me? So leadership and content creation is the focus of today. Now, before we go into any of that though, and before we dissect the day, I want to go into your guys' whys. All right, you already told us our intention, but I'm actually going to send you guys away for this. You can stay in this room if you want to. You can go fucking do it with a friend. I really don't give a shit. But I want you guys to spend around 20 to 30 minutes and I want you guys to write, what is your why on social media and why did you start this business in the fucking first place? This is gonna be the main thing that you guys gotta dive into. Don't start yet, fucking relax, all right? You're not on a time frame. Like, it's not like I'm gonna be like, if you didn't get it done, get the fuck out. No, I'm like, you're gonna have time to do this. But the reason why I want you to dissect this is because nothing that you learn from Brian and myself this weekend will matter unless you guys know why the fuck you're doing it in the first place. It won't. Nothing will resonate. You will not grow on social media. You won't get anywhere. You say you want to impact, but you have no deeper reason underneath it. Why the fuck are you doing this? Why do you want to help people? What's the fucking reasoning behind it? Sit with yourself and I want you to write. All right, if you can only get one page in the next, let's probably say like 30 minutes, that's okay. If you get more, write it the fuck down. I'm gonna ask some of you guys to share when we come back, all right? But the entire intention of this is for you guys. When you know why you're doing this, it makes it a lot easier to create content, dive into people's fucking needs on social media and dive into people's needs within your program and way fucking more. How many of you guys wanna make a disgusting amount of money? Maybe that's just your why.
And that's okay.
But I want you guys to look deeper in why that's your why, okay? Who here thinks that I'm a little bit materialistic? You can fucking put up your hand if you did think so. That's all good. Listen, I like my shit. I like dressing good. I like driving nice cars. I like my fucking house, okay? I like my style. I like spending money on shit. Why? Because when I grew up, I had nothing. And every time I asked for something, I got told no. And if I got frustrated because I was a kid, when I got told no, I got fucking left hooked. So now that I got money, I'm gonna buy whatever the fuck I want and nobody's gonna judge me about it. And if you do care, fuck you. You can just smell the fumes from my G-Wagon while I'm driving away. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm gonna focus on that. But that's not my only why. Does this make sense, guys? Like, there's multiple reasons and be okay with it. Yeah. Last time we did this, and I told you guys, if you just say help people, that's not gonna be good enough for me. I'm gonna make you do it again. Why? Because Doug Clark said this last time when he was here. All right, he's like, I wanna help people. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, why? We kept asking and asking and asking, and then he's like, well, I actually want to help women. I want to help my fucking like mothers. And I was like, why mothers? And he had never brought it up, and then he started to fucking break down and cry, and he was like, I want to help mothers because I lost mine because she never took care of herself, and I don't want any other kids to go through that again. All right, I just share that with you guys because, again, you might not have as a deep why of that, but the reason why I wanted to express that is because he started here, and the fucking goal is to figure out why this is what you said in the first place. I want to help people. Why? Like, you didn't just wake up one day and was like, I'm gonna become a coach. No, you had a fucking inkling to help. Maybe it's, again, you might just like lifting shit, but through lifting shit, you looked in the fucking mirror and you're like, I love myself. You felt confident enough to land yourself her, and then you're fucking living a great life. You're like, I wanna help other guys do this shit. Feel me? Right? It's like, what's the deeper reason? Go fucking deeper and express it. Game on, music time. The reason why I make you guys do these exercises is because you need to be aligned with your words, and every fucking choice you make needs to bring you to that vision. Every choice. So when you go to eat that fucking food, I thought you wanted to be an IFBB pro, homie. When you go to make that fucking investment, does that investment lead to you becoming the fucking millionaire in your family that gives back to everybody? No, then what the fuck are you doing? Right? And it's like every little thing needs to align with the individual you want to become. And again, it could stem from multiple fucking whys across the board. It could stem from your money why, just wanting to be able to buy whatever the fuck you want because you never had anything when you were a kid. It can stem from the children why. So when you have kids, you know that your kid sees you reach for fucking heights that nobody could even dream of and will never hold back. Kid's gonna be a fucking ruthless savage, bro. That motherfucker's gonna be breaking hearts. All right, he's fucking blonde hair, blue eyes, fucking cute motherfucker. All right, I'm flexing for my kid. I know he's gonna be fucking savage as shit. All right, I got you guys to dissect this so you can get an internal realization on what the fuck you want with your life and why you are doing this. Because it's very hard to get up and create every day when you don't even want to, all right? Especially when you don't have a definition as to why you're doing it. I'm assuming all of us in the last 30 days have woken up at least once being like, I don't want to fucking work today, right? Put up your hand. I was like, I don't want to create, I don't want to do a video, I don't want to fucking do this shit. It happens from time to time. You guys wake up and you feel like that. You're not gonna be perfect all the time. It's 10 times harder to get up and do it anyways when you don't know why you're doing it. Or when you have a bullshit definition. Well, I wanna help people. Sometimes you're gonna wake up and you're like, fuck those people, man. Like, I don't wanna fucking help them. What the fuck have they ever done for me? All right, food time, guys. Go enjoy some food. All right, when we come back in around half an hour to 45 minutes, don't rush to eat your food, by the way. When we come back in like 30 to 45 minutes, then we're gonna dive into leadership training and more, okay? So we're gonna be diving into leadership and everything else. We're gonna be talking about core values, but I wanna give you guys a visual representation of something, and I need to go on the other side of the wall to do that. In order to understand this lesson, I first need to give you guys a representation of why you need to release the shit that's internal if you wanna become a good leader, okay? Who has dealt with self-sabotage in the past? Put up your hand. I'm assuming that you guys have consistently had a goal in your mind, but for the last 3, 6, 9 months, you haven't been able to reach it, correct? Or you've gotten very close to it, and then for some reason, you end up going backwards, correct? I've had this conversation with you guys multiple times. There's a theory that I have on self-sabotage that I would like to visually represent to you guys. So there's a reason why I have this fucking cup right now. And there's also a reason why one of you guys don't have your coffee anymore, because I just did it and I fucking watered down your coffee and then dumped it out. So I apologize, but regardless. Most of you guys self-sabotage because you are not dealing with the shit that you have internal. All right, you are not dealing with your trauma, you're not dealing with your insecurities, you're not dealing with your excuses, your justifications, and it has been happening for fucking years. This water bottle represents you, and the water represents all the bullshit that you refuse to actually face in your fucking life. So what happens is you have a goal that you want to achieve, whether it's a income goal, a family goal, whatever, all right, 10K, 20K, 30K a month, you are here and you consistently go like this and then go backwards. How many of you guys have dealt with that for the last fucking 6 months to a year? All right? You feel like you are not getting to where you want to be. In your life, you have done this at some point. Put up your hand. That is because you are not dealing with the shit that is internal. You are not dealing with the shit that you need to fucking face. So what ends up happening is you reach right before you're about to achieve your goal, and you understand that you need to let go of this bullshit. You need to take responsibility for your fucking life, and you don't. So you revert back. And it keeps fucking happening, because if you were to release all the bullshit, all the excuses, all the justifications, all the fucking trauma, all the dark energy that you've been holding on for the last 10 fucking years, it would be the most painful thing in the fucking world. Because if you cross the finish line, that means that fucking dark trauma you were talking about, the reason why you weren't able to achieve your goals because your fucking mom didn't love you, would be bullshit. And dealing with that pain is extremely fucking hard. So you just keep reverting back over and over and over and over. And in order to become a good leader that people want to follow, you first need to release the bullshit that is holding you from becoming the person you want to be. Does this make sense, everyone? That's a dope representation, and I just came up with that 10 minutes ago. Okay? Now, I also know that I told you guys I wasn't gonna give you a presentation, but I also wrote this like 10 minutes ago because I wanna give you guys a chance to actually take a photo of the things that I'm gonna be talking about. We're gonna be starting with core values, and then we're actually going to dive into principles as well, because I feel like it's a very important thing for you guys to understand. Leadership is literally the main topic of today, and the reason why is because you guys need to understand this definition right here. All right, leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of people to influence and guide followers and others. If you want to become a leader who has millions of followers, you need to become the person that is worthy of it. How many of you guys want 1 million followers on social media? Put up your hand. You guys understand the fucking responsibility that comes with? I could literally pull up DMs right now of individuals saying, give me a reason not to kill myself. Please give me some sort of fucking motivation and inspiration for me to work on my fucking family and not take my fucking life. Why? Because I have become the authority in their lives and the person that they lean on for the motivation and the help that they need. All right, the first thing we're gonna talk about is values and principles though. All right, because in order to become a good leader, you need good core values and you need good principles. Take the next couple minutes and I want you to write down 3 core values that resonate with your soul. All right, shit that you operate from on a daily basis. Things that you say are your quote unquote core values. What are they? Write them down. The core values that you operate from. You don't need to write down why they're important yet. What are yours?
Spiritual expansion.
Okay.
Ambition.
Okay.
And leadership.
That's it?
What are we doing?
3 to 5. Yeah, okay, cool, bet. Go ahead, Cass.
Live like a window, transparency. Live like a diamond, integrity. Energy of a puppy, self-explanatory. Love like a wolf, serve and protect. Take home the Oscar, just for you men. Let's act like you just got laid. Be the 8 ball, and play in pleasure.
I like it, I like it. The reason why I want you guys to write that down, the reason why I wanted you guys to express it on a piece of paper is because you need to understand that in order to lead your clients, you need to operate from what you just wrote down every single fucking day, regardless of how you feel. Every day. They also need to be ingrained in you, meaning if I was to ask you what your core values are for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 months, that's what should be written down. Do your core values change over time? Of course they do. They're gonna grow just like your why. Is another thing that people probably haven't said to you before, like we had the conversation. All right, people are like, these are the only core values to operate from, that's fucking it. Nothing else resonates with me. That's not how we fucking operate as humans. Something that you choose in the past, you might not resonate with anymore. All right, these are actually the core values that I have been reviewing and dissecting for the last 6+ months. I'm going to be changing them after this weekend. But I didn't want to change them before we actually had this conversation, just due to the fact that you guys wouldn't be hearing from the person who just grew over the last 6+ months. And my core values are honesty, discipline, ambition, love, integrity, creativity, and responsibility. Each one of these words were dissected from things that I actually resonated with in my relationship with my partner, Julia, my relationship with my son, Cade, my relationship with my business partner, Brian, my relationship with my clients as a coach and a mentor, and my relationship with my followers as a motivator and a speaker online. I looked at all of the things that I connected with whenever I had a conversation with an individual that I cared about, because what you guys might not do, I do, and that means I connect with my followers on a deep level. Like those conversations I was just telling you guys about, those DMs that I get, I actually try to help those people. I have conversations with them. There was actually one instance where I broke down and I was like crying in the house. I didn't know how to deal with it because a random guy sent me a DM and sent me a video of his sister dying from cancer. And they were in the fucking hospital. Julia fucking helped me get through this and helped me figure out what I was gonna say. And they're like, nothing is working. She's fucking quitting. She doesn't wanna be here anymore. We watch your content as a family all the time. Can you film a video for us to keep her fucking pushing? So I literally sat down and was like, okay. And it was like the most overwhelming thing in the entire world. But I was like, I'll fucking do it. And literally film this fucking like 3-minute video for this random girl who's on her fucking cancer deathbed. And the family all watched together. In order to lead the people that you want to lead, family, friends, clients, followers, whatever, you need to have a guidebook that you can lean back on. And it doesn't mean you need to have everything in your fucking head, but you need to have something that you can look at. Now, how do you actually understand your core values? You do an exercise that I actually look at every day, all right? And this is my graph. Now, I actually created this, all right, again, December 2022. Okay, 2 years ago is when we went over this. I actually adjusted them again and again, and these are ones that I've resonated with deeply. And doing the ranking system is actually something that I've done multiple times. Now, again, what this means, and you guys can take a photo of this, I can send it to you afterwards, it really doesn't matter. The dissection is simple. You're gonna pick anywhere from 5 to 8 traits that you resonate with. You're gonna rate those traits on how well you emulate them on a daily fucking basis. And then after you rate them, you're gonna review the rating. Mine was honesty, discipline, ambition, love, integrity, creativity, and responsibility. All right, I rated them on what I thought I was performing at. And a lot of you guys end up having conflicting core values. You say one thing, this is my core values, integrity. I show up no matter how I fucking feel. But then you don't pour the love into your partner and your clients and yourself that you should be. Or you fucking only work as hard as you possibly can 6 days out of the week instead of 7. And then you justify it with self-love. I listen to my fucking body. The fuck are we doing? If you say something, do it. Don't justify it because you don't feel good a little bit later. Or a lot of you guys will fucking say something and then you'll justify why you're not fucking doing it. Because you're a coach and you're listening to your body and I don't need to do this 100% of the time. If you fucking say it, do it. Write it down. If I say it, I'll do it. If I say it, I'll do it. I look at these core values every single fucking morning during my morning routine and I ask myself this question. Now, why is there only 4 values instead of the fucking 7 that are up here? Because, all right, creativity is more of a personal one. All right, I like being creative. It's why I fucking spend so much time on content creation. All right, ambition, same type of thing. All right, those things like when it comes to improving in creativity and ambition, yes, you can, but I'm more focused on the individual ones that are gonna push my mindset forward, my relationship forward, my coaching potential forward, and more. So I ask myself, how can I be 5% more? And then I look at this list. And every fucking day I look at this list, something unlocks in me and helps me elevate even more. So I'm gonna walk you through my principles and why they matter so much to me. Write this one down. The first principle I operate from is attitude shapes life. Life does not shape your attitude. Wake up. It's time to understand that your attitude shapes life. Every fucking time something bad happens to me, I'm like, meh, that's life, homie. And I keep pushing. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and it's a funny statement, but it also has a lot of meaning to me. I literally wake up every day expecting life to fuck me. So when it does, I'm not surprised. I'm like, okay, sounds good. I probably fucking manifested it, but I was joking around. I was talking to Brian. I'm like, every fucking event that me and you throw, I get sick beforehand, but I will be fine this time. Bam, stomach flu. I'm like, fuck! How many of you guys like the validation you get from likes, comments, shares, and the engagement on social media? The fact that all of you guys don't have your hands up tells me that you guys are fucking liars. You know why I know that? Because all of you guys have fucking said to me, well, I just can't get more views on social media. That's fucking validation, dickbag. Put your fucking hand up next time I ask you, all right? We all like the validation of our content going viral, blowing up, getting likes. Why? Because it shows us that we are on the right path and it makes us feel good for the work that we've produced. But you also need to be comfortable with the negative. All right? And you need to understand that the negative comes from one simple statement. People hate on what they gave up on. All right? Most individuals hate on fit people because they gave up on their fitness journey because it was too fucking hard. Most individuals hate on the individual who's making money and living their dream life because they weren't able to figure it out and now they work a regular bullshit 9-to-5 job that they fucking hate and resent. People hate on what they gave up on. So it's not just that they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, it's that they woke up in the life that they don't enjoy. They woke up in the reality that they never wanted to happen. And now you're living it, right? And we need to understand that by putting ourselves out there and expressing ourselves to the world, all right, we're gonna get positive and negative. All right, y'all, so it is 1:40 in the afternoon. When it comes down to the itinerary, we're definitely running a little bit over, but it's working, all right? A lot of people are just engaging, talking, going over breakthroughs, different things that they have learned so far today. On my fucking fire, I actually feel good. My stomach still feels a little bit off, but we're fucking pushing through. I wasn't actually gonna tell anybody about my stomach, and I was just at the end gonna be like, and I was sick, and what the fuck's up? And Janelle fucking dropped the bomb on me. And it actually worked really well because we were talking about core values and principles and how I show up every day regardless of how I feel.
and it's a fucking walking example of it. The cold that I have, like the stomach bug, knocked Brian out for 14 out of his 21-day trip in Dominican. I am fucking grinding through this. We got some Canadian medicine. We're good to go. I'm feeling around a 7 out of 10, and I feel like a 10 out of 10 excited and fucking proud of how everything's going so far for the second Elite Mansion Mastermind. All right, I'm gonna be diving into the structure of content. We're gonna be going over how to join the combo in somebody's head, all right, how to make hooks that slap, subheadings, and way more, because as much as I wanted to go over leadership takeaways, core values, and principles, which a lot of people had crazy fucking breakthroughs on, like I've had 5 people cry in front of me already and go through crazy breakaways. Now I gotta teach them the fucking content side, because once you become a good leader and you know your knowledge, through content, we gotta give that person back to the world. So let's get it done.
Guys, when it comes down to my script writing, and we're gonna go over this later today, like, I always say it's easy, and then Brian always says, no, Cole, it's easy for you. And then I always come back and say, no, it's easy for all of you guys. A lot of you guys just aren't willing to speak what's in your fucking head. It becomes easier when you allow yourself to speak what's in your head. Now, with this being said, there are 4 things that go into talking videos: tonality, thought, purpose, delivery. I'm gonna dissect all these. First and foremost is tonality. This is where I'm gonna have some fun with some of y'all. Who's your avatar again?
Combat sports athletes.
Combat sports athletes. What is something that you hear from them on a daily basis that pisses you off?
That they're not training enough, even though they're already training way too much.
Great, come stand up here. How would you start a video explaining to them that they need to fucking combat that pain?
Of course, putting on the spot in the blanks, but
Pain is that they think they're not training enough when they're already training too much.
Okay, so they think they're not training enough when you're already training too much. The gym 17 times a week is not gonna help you win your fucking fight, okay? Just do that. Say it in an angry voice.
The gym 17 times a week is not going to help you win your fucking fight.
Now say it in a calm voice.
The gym 17 times a week is not going to help you win your fucking fight.
Now say it in a loving voice. Compassionate.
Even that's blanket.
See, and this is the thing,
I
right?
feel like calm and compassionate are words.
Think about your phone.
Bob, shut up. Go ahead.
The gym, 17 times a week, isn't going to help you win your fight.
There you go. So the reason why I said angry, all right, calm, and then loving, compassion is because a lot of you guys, all right, batch everything together when you need to learn how to utilize your voice as an instrument. Write this down, your voice is an instrument. It is a tool that needs to be learned. I do this shit with you guys all the time. How many of you guys have been in a live stream with me where I said lean into the camera and you fucking did it, all right? And you actually lean into the camera. There's like 2 of you right away, yeah, fuck, I did, man, it sounds good. Like right away, because I'll be fucking going off and then I'll drop my voice again. That's why I even laughed. I was like, said it in an angry voice and you just barely raised your fucking tone. Where I'm like, homie, going to the fucking gym 17 times a week ain't gonna help you win your fight. That's a fucking higher tone. But then my next line would be like, you're fucking yourself over. Stop training so hard. Whatever coach told you about this shit in the past lied to you. You guys need to learn tonality. The rise of your voice on the drop of it. All right, when you hear the compassion come out, or when I'm calling you a fucking bitch because you pissed me off. Make sense, everybody? Yes. Write this down. Get comfortable in the silence. I will take breaks like I just did in front of you guys all the time. Why? Because I have your guys' attention now. I could take a fucking 2-minute break sitting here looking at all you guys and you guys would just keep looking at me. Because I'm comfortable in the silence. I'm not needing to say something every second. I also can attribute this to relationships in a big fucking way, because your tonality and the way that you carry yourself can be broken down in multiple different areas. I'm comfortable in the silence in every situation. If you guys look at my videos on social media, it's the same fucking thing. I'll hit you with a banger, and then there'll be like a solid 3-second gap where I'm just staring at the camera, and sometimes I'm pacing around, and people are like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this guy's speaking to my soul, and it's because I am. Every fucking video you click on that I produce, I want you to feel something. I want to speak to your soul. I'm not throwing shit at the wall expecting it to hit. I'm coming at one of your fucking pains. I'm coming at one of your insecurities, and I'm coming at one of your justifications, regardless of how it's gonna fucking make you feel. We're gonna be deep diving into each one of these individual things because I wanna make sure that you guys really understand where I'm coming from here. The first one is thoughts. Now, how many of you heard me say get in their head and finish their sentence? How many of you guys actually understand what that means and you haven't just heard me say it in the past? I love this fucking half of you guys put your hands down right away. That's perfect, that's all good. So what I mean by that is I understand my purpose on social media, correct? All you guys do too? But you guys will only say one pain and you won't actually dive into what the fuck the pain is. So you'll say it, but you won't actually understand it, or you will be too scared to expand on it. So let's say a niche is overweight moms. Moms that are dealing with their fucking weight. What is the conversation going on in a mom's head that is struggling with her weight? Tell me. I don't have time. What's another one?
I failed so many times, I'm just gonna do it again.
There we go. What's another one? Ooh, I like that one. Go ahead, Sam.
I don't want to go out because I'm sad.
There we go. Now, how many of you guys had that type of stuff pop into your head, but you didn't say it when they did? I can automatically think that about that niche because I'm automatically thinking about the deepest pain that that person is dealing with. Write this down. Love is not a universal language, but pain is. And a lot of you guys don't understand that you're allowed to say / assume pain of niches, right? I'm not a fucking mom that's overweight. I've never dealt with that personally, but I understand that my niche of men looking to fucking lose weight so they can feel better has probably felt the same pain as looking in the mirror and hating his fucking life as that mom. Make sense? Because pain is a universal language. Join the conversation in their head and finish their sentence. My goal is to join the combo in all of your heads with my mindset reel and finish your sentence. You're not gonna like my fucking sentence. You're not gonna like how I finish your thought, but I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna say it. So this is a 3-step process to talking head videos. All right, speaking on camera, being able to deliver your thought to the individuals on the other side of it. The second is purpose. Write it down. After you guys have dissected your why, reviewed your why, looked at your purpose on social media, dove into your niche, understood your niche, went through the fucking pains that they are dealing with, had a conversation with yourself that you're comfortable with calling out their fucking pain, regardless of some random fucking influencer calling you out after you fucking do it. All right, now you're like lit. Now what's the purpose of the video? Write this down. If there's no purpose behind it, don't produce it. The fuck is the point? Now you're chasing virality instead of true inspiration, or instead of impact, or instead of actually transforming someone's life. You just care about the fucking views. You don't care about actually serving someone's life. I'm not joking. That shit pisses me off more than anything else, especially when people come to content audits with it. They're like, can you read my content? I'm like, yeah. And then I start looking through it. People are like, oh, I've just been throwing stuff up. I'm like, why the fuck are you here? Like, I thought you had a purpose here. I thought you were a coach. I thought you were someone who wanted to transform fucking lives, not just go viral and make a lot of money. Like, if that's what you want to do, then at least tell me so I know where we're going here, because then we can pivot all of your content to doing bullshit fucking skits and trends, and we'll get a fuckload of views. You might not make a lot of money, but you'll go viral and it'll be lit. You gotta fucking understand what we're doing here. Make sense, everybody? So when it comes down to your video, there needs to be a purpose behind it. At the same time, when it comes down to this shit, there needs to be a purpose. Because if there isn't one, where the fuck do you get off saying that you should be doing better on social media? What fucking legs are you standing on saying that you deserve to be bigger than you are if you don't even have a fucking purpose behind what you're doing? Last but not least is the delivery. Write it down. You need a hook that slaps, a subheading that supports, and a plot/story that you follow. I'm gonna say it again. You need a hook that slaps, a subheading that supports, and a plot/story that follows. The reason why I explain this to you guys is because when it comes down to your social media, a lot of you guys will work so fucking hard on the hook, you guys will have the perfect tonality with it, but then as soon as that hook is gone, you become a boring fuck. Just gonna say it. Now, we were having a conversation outside and I said, the reason why I love James Smith PT or Adam Sullivan / evidence-based training so much on social media is because they actually do contradictory content to what I teach you guys. I teach you guys not to speak through your textbook, correct? You guys know why that is. Some of you guys might be able to answer because I literally said it to you outside. I love y'all, but a lot of you guys are boring as fuck. And what that means is you do this, you sit here with the same fucking lighting and the same fucking angle with no changes in your camera, and you talk about caloric deficits. And it makes me want to punch myself in the fucking face. I'm sorry, this is the truth. This is the fucking truth. It's boring as fuck. And then you're like, well, this is what I need to talk about. And I'm like, I agree. And they're like, well, what do I need to do better? I'm like, you need to use better hooks. Stop speaking through your textbook and utilize language that people understand. When it comes down to sharing, like, you are the fucking brand. And if you look at every massive successful creator in the fucking world, they share everything about their lives and their feelings. And the point is to get people connected to you, not just your business. So when it comes down to you investing in self, working on self, forcing yourself into different rooms for you to grow, there's 3 different types of deliverables when it comes down to talking content that I kind of look at. All right, you have the hook that slaps, again, right? you have the subheading that supports, and then you have the plot/story. Now I end my plot/story in 3 different ways: context, value, or opinion. Context is a story, like a client that did something, proof statement, somebody lost X amount of weight, whatever the case may be. Opinion is just your opinion on the subject, and value is like 3 steps to do X, Y, Z. Let's say we're talking about the fucking overweight mom. All right, the mom that hates looking in the mirror. Let's just say that's the fucking pain that we want to dissect. When it comes down to the hook that slaps, I'm gonna say something along the lines of, covering the mirrors in your house with towels isn't gonna solve your fucking problem. Because right away when they hear that shit, they're gonna pay attention. My subheading that it supports might be something along the lines of, and all you're doing is teaching your kids how to avoid the issues that are gonna transform your life. Now I can end the video with context. Listen, my client Melissa dealt with this shit for fucking years, and until she dealt with her issues and got on a diet, her kids fucking started self-sabotaging and she didn't get anywhere. So we did X, Y, Z. That would be context because I'm telling a story about a client itself. Opinion would be, I get it, you're super scared to look in that fucking reflection, but until you do, you are never gonna overcome the fucking fear and hatred of self. And then value would just be straight value. Listen, homie, I wanna help you, so pay attention. Here's 3 tips for you to remove all those towels from your mirrors and embrace yourself naked. And that is why I say, if you are not talking to a camera, you are fucking up royally. Because you can talk to a camera and deliver all of the fucking content you need in order to trigger the clients into action. When it comes down to creating talking videos online, you need 3 things. You need to understand the thought that is going on in your client's head. Why? Because then we can join the conversation that is going on in their head and finish their fucking sentence. You need to understand the purpose behind the fucking video. Why are you putting it on the internet? What is the point behind it? What would you like it to do? And then the delivery. When it comes down to the delivery, you need tonality, personality, then you need to follow the video through a hook that slaps, a subheading that supports, and a plot/story that keeps them entertained so you can keep their what? Attention. Why? Because attention is the best currency.
Hey, well, we're rolling on yours now.
Well, I'm fucking glad, because we should have been rolling during that whole Q&A, because I was dropping fucking value bombs. Rule of the weekend, if I am talking, the camera is on me for the rest of the time. All right?
I did, until he told me we're going. I literally did. I had the camera up to you. I can even have the clip. You can see Brian tap me on the fucking chest.
And then
that's when I stopped.
listen to what it says. I said, wrap up, we're leaving.
Okay, wrap up, we're leaving, which means stop fucking doing what you're fucking doing.
That's your
and fucking wrap your shit up and go.
Day 1 was fucking lit. Absolute fucking blast. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I started this day feeling like dog shit. Like not a fucking 6 out of 10. I was being generous. I felt fucking horrible. My stomach was turning like crazy. I honestly feel pretty good. Cool. I feel pretty good. I smashed a lot of fucking medicine. The breakthroughs were fucking insane. I've had some very deep conversations. I did not realize how many individuals need that leadership talk. Holy fuck. Dude, like fucking emotional trauma coming out. I got pulled aside like fucking 9 times. Cool. And it makes me very happy because the reason why we went over emotional trauma / leadership and values paired with content is because they both are intertwined. A lot of you guys want millions of followers and all the fucking business through your social media, but you're not good enough leaders in the fucking first place. So that's why you're not gonna get anywhere. And you don't deserve to blow up because you're not gonna be able to fucking lead them because you can't even lead yourself. I'll see you at dinner. Covered in sauce, bro. It's my favorite thing. It's the only fucking veggies I eat. Caesar salad's my favorite fucking thing ever, man. Well, and corn, but corn doesn't even count because you shit it out the same way it goes in your mouth. I don't understand it. I'll chew my corn up and it still comes out of my ass full. Dude, the vlog's already over, all right? We ended it with that weird comment that I made about, what did I say again? I don't understand it. I'll chew my corn up and it still comes out of my ass full.